Absolute Carnage number 5 was published 2 days ago with this impressive cover by artist Ryan Stigman. The book has finally reached its final chapter, which witnessed the end of one evil thing and the beginning of more evil thing. We last saw how Cletus Kasady, aka the Dark Carnage, managed to collect the codex from the former hosts of the symbiotes to awaken Knull, the god of the symbiotes. He last fought the Hulk, who bonded to the Venom symbiote after it was separated from Eddie Brock, and managed to rip through the symbiote to attack Hulk's mind. He bonded to the symbiote, turning into a power-boosted Carnage. Meanwhile, Eddie Brock bonded to the codexes which were collected in the Maker's machine and turned into another powerful winged Venom and took off chasing Dark Carnage. Our book for today opens with a flashback at a cell in the Rikers Island when Eddie Brock met Cletus Kasady for the first time. Eddie was imprisoned in the same cell with Kasady, who says that they are feeding Eddie to him like a mouse to a snake. Upon hearing Eddie's name, Kasady knew that he was the Venom and offered to team up with him, but Eddie said that he is nothing like Kasady and that he does not kill innocents. The book takes us back to the prison time where we see Eddie fighting Kasady in the final battle to try to stop him before awakening Knull. Carnage says that he can hear Knull breathing and that he is almost awake. Eddie remarks that since he absorbed the codex from the Maker's machine, he can sense the hive, and he can hear them screaming. Carnage says that he can hear Eddie too, and can see through the eyes of every one of his horde. He can see that the heroes are falling. They are outnumbered and overpowered. Carnage says that he is going to kill Venom and awake Knull. Venom does not have to fight Carnage. All he needs to do is to give him his codex. Eddie says that he does not care about Knull and all he wants is to see Carnage dead. At that moment, the backup arrives as Cloak teleports many superheroes to the battlefield to help fighting the Carnage horde. As the table turns on the horde, Dark Carnage staggers in disbelief, giving Venom the chance to attack. Meanwhile, in the tunnels under Rick Strickland's warehouse, Spider-Man knocks out Norman Osborn before falling down, saying that Dylan Brock and Normie Osborn are finally safe. Suddenly, the symbiote which was bonded to Norman separated from him and attacked the kids, with Dark Carnage telling Eddie that he is going to use the symbiote to kill Dylan. Dylan, however, used his superpower, which was recently revealed in the latest Venom book, and destroyed the symbiote. Dylan then passed out as Dark Carnage and Eddie crashed through the roof. Crawling towards the boys, Carnage says that Dylan is the final piece of the puzzle, and that Eddie has already lost the battle. Eddie and Kasady have enough codex to awaken Knull. If Kasady kills Dylan, then he will awake Knull, but if Eddie kills Kasady to protect his son and takes the symbiote back, then the circle will be completed, and Knull will be awakened. Either way, Eddie is going to lose. Kasady will kill Dylan, or Eddie will kill the world. Making a necrosword from his symbiote, Eddie stabs Dark Carnage and rips him in half. The Grindel and the Venom symbiotes leave Kasady, whose corpse shatters as it falls to the ground and bond to Eddie. The Venom symbiote telepathically talks to Eddie and remarks that the hive is finally complete and that Knull has been awakened. Light years away, the planet Clintar explodes into billions of symbiotes, where we see Knull awakened. Venom says that Knull is free and he is coming for all of them, as we see him leading a fleet of symbiote dragons. Eddie then opened his eyes to see Spider-Man regaining his consciousness. Spider-Man asks if they won, and Eddie says that they did. They found out that Norman Osborn has disappeared. Eddie thanked Spider-Man for everything. Spider-Man then left with Normie, leaving Eddie alone with Dylan and Cletus Kasady's corpse. Eddie turns to see Dylan staring at him in shock. After seconds of silence, Dylan asks if Eddie said that he was his son. I like this 5 issues run and love the artwork of Ryan Stigman. The events will continue in Venom's run, which has been covered on this channel. Hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.